Yo, what up everybody? Hope you're having a great day. In this video, we'll go over why Thomas Jane is the perfect Punisher, with fans around the world wanting more of his version till this day. When it comes to unaliving criminals or crippling the mafia, I'm happy to say all Punishers have done so brilliantly and unique in their own ways, pulling from different places in comics to differentiate themselves from each other. Like Spider-Man, all the actors' overall appearances and performances have been top-notch. But when it comes to Punisher in live action, I do feel Thomas Jane's version is the best overall, and I'm gonna explain why. Thank you to everyone who's been here supporting, and if you're new, welcome to Animate Jitsu, the channel that breaks down your favorite characters. I also read every comment, so throw your thoughts or video ideas down below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button like it owes you money. Now without further ado, why Thomas Jane's Punisher is the GOAT when it comes to live action. First thing I want to point out is just how calm this Punisher is. This small fact alone says a lot. He has the calm, dead stare of Dolph Lundgren's 1989 Punisher. He's clearly been through and seen a lot in his life to have this amount of calmness during this level of violence. Even during his gruesome origin, he stayed composed and calculated, allowing him to take out most of the men who ambushed him. I believe his mannerisms and his attitude come from the training Thomas Jane went through. He trained with real hardcore Navy SEALs for 7 months before filming.
Sometimes he would spend 8-9 hours a day working out between martial arts and training.
We started shooting in August. He started training in February with Navy SEALs and sculpted the Punisher from the comic book.
And it was a professional athlete schedule every single day.
His performance comes off very believable, especially during combat. He has the skill and enormous amount of experience with nothing to lose. He doesn't even see himself as Frank Castle anymore.
Your castle. Used to be. Frank Castle is dead. He died with his family.
His amount of calmness during these high anxiety situations while trying to end you makes him truly seem like the ghost of Frank Castle, a spirit with unfinished business. Gives him a Michael Myers type vibe, a monster you can't reason with. Next, let's talk about the villains. Punisher actually has some great villains, but other than Punisher 04 and Punisher Warzone, his villains get no love. The MCU gave Jigsaw one of the biggest downgrades in comic book movie history. This joke of a version doesn't even deserve the Jigsaw name. Thomas Jane's Punisher, on the other hand, has really great and compelling villains, all of which are unique and leave an impression. You got the Mafia, who killed Frank Castle's family, as the main villain, and 2 assassins, Harry Heck and the Russian, who both have insane screen presence, making the most of the time they're given. Let's start off with Harry Heck. He's an assassin who makes a song for each of his victims, then sings it to them before taking their life.
You like that song? I wrote that for you. I'm gonna sing it at your funeral.
This is such a badass idea for an assassin and led to one of the best introductions of any movie villain. And the second assassin is none other than the Russian, who is seen in Deadpool and Wolverine but played by a different actor. The fight scene between the Punisher and the Russian is phenomenal. An extremely strong assassin bent on killing you with his bare hands. No matter what weapon you pull out, he will unarm you or break your weapon altogether, keeping it a fist fight, which adds a lot of tension and makes it more brutal as they move room to room, destroying everything like a real comic book movie fight should. This scene pushes both characters to the limits, allowing us to see just how prepared this Punisher is. On top of the automatic swing doors he installed for this very situation, he's constantly pulling out weapons he has hidden literally everywhere. Something that's often overlooked is the similarities between the Russian and the Punisher. No emotions and no tired, angry grunts every 2 seconds. Not one word was said between the two, just pure violence. Then we got the big bad, Mafia boss Howard Saint, who runs a ruthless organization with military-level artillery and endless resources and connections. He's directly responsible for the Castle family's gruesome end and the birth of the Punisher. Now let's discuss just how intelligent this Punisher is. Out of all the live-action versions, this has to be the most meticulous and prepared Punisher, willing to play the long game, coming up with elaborate plans that send a bigger, more clear message than just blood can. He leaves no stone left unturned and always executes his plans flawlessly. A great example of this is when he blew up all those cars, revealing a burning skull. A lot like Batman and how this Punisher has become a symbol. He is extremely smart and prepares for every scenario. He also completely builds or modifies everything he owns, including his fully modified 69 Pontiac GTO, essentially giving him a Punisher mobile. There's a really great car chase that takes place after the Punisher's ambushed by Harry Heck. The chase sadly ends with Punisher's car being destroyed, but luckily Harry won't be needing his 68 Plymouth Satellite anymore. So Punisher takes it and surely gave it a few upgrades, ready to deliver some uber beats. This is not just a small detail, it adds a lot to his character, showing how how strategic and crafty this Punisher is. Another fascinating aspect about this Punisher is his philosophy and mindset towards dealing with criminals. He makes sure his punishment is justice and not emotionally filled vengeance. He's very good at detaching himself from the situation and thinking completely logically. He understands not everyone fears death in his line of work. This Punisher goes the extra mile to study his enemies and enact punishments perfect for each individual that will have them wish they were dead far before taking them out. For example, he could have easily just went in guns a-blazing, going after the mafia who took his family, but instead he devised a plan that had the big bad of the movie, Howard Saint, take out his own family and friends before hearing the truth and being set on fire. Or when he let the victims choose the punishment in his short film, he could have easily taken them out. But this Punisher always thinks about what would best bring balance, what will not only punish the evil, but heal the good. Lastly, we got the origin. While all the Punisher's origins are fairly similar and tragic, Thomas Jane's Punisher movie took his origin to another level by having the attack happen on a big party full of Frank Castle's family and friends. Definitely the longest, most brutal telling of the origin out of any live-action Punisher. However, this Frank Castle was able to put up the biggest fight during his origin and took out most of the mercenaries. Alright man, there you have it. Those are my reasons why Thomas Jane's Punisher is the GOAT when it comes to live action. Let me know which version of Punisher is your favorite. Like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this. It really helps the channel, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.